Yeah, so here's how I get hundreds of site visitors. Hundreds of site visitors in just a couple days. I could do it in a day if I wanted to test my offers, to see if what I'm offering people actually want or care about. And what I look for is if people are fucking clicking on shit that is suggesting that they want to take the next step. So let's say I have a landing page that says, you know, buy this $27 guide. Click here. Did anyone click that button to buy the $27 guide or not? Okay, so how do I do that? How do I get that instant traffic in order to be able to look at the data and make a judgment on whether or not how I'm pitching the offer is good or if the offer itself is good at all? I run ads. And why do I do that? Because I can spend like $100 on ads to get enough people to my site to get enough data to determine whether or not my offer is shit or not, whether or not people want what I'm selling. Could be an e-com product, could be an info product, could be whatever. But you run $100 worth of ads over a day, 2, 3, to figure out if people are responding to your messaging, or responding to your shit at all. If they're not, you don't even see like a click or an add to cart or a checkout initiated or a lead or anything like that after $100 in spend. You know that your messaging's fucked or what you're selling, nobody really gives a fuck about. And you can either make the judgment to say, I'm gonna pursue this and based off the data, make these changes, or fuck this idea, I'm moving on, right? And the reason why I do that is because I would rather do that than spend fucking 6 months creating content, busting my ass off, doing cold emails and all this shit just to drive 100 website visitors to tell me the same data when I could have just done it in 2 days with $100 spent. Do you know how much time, what's it called, the opportunity cost? Do you know how much time and energy over 6 months you're gonna put into getting those 100 site visitors to just check out your offer? It could take some people, the average person would probably take fucking months just to get 100 visitors to their site. Many people who are watching this are probably like, oh shit, like I've been in business for like 3 months now and I've only had like 15 visitors to my site, right? So you're telling me that you would rather spend, let's just call it 3 months. You would rather spend 3 months writing emails, trying to create content that motivates people to go to your site, posting every day, doing all this shit. You'd rather spend 3 months doing that to ultimately find out that your offer sucks based on the data that you got back, rather than just spending $100 finding out in 2 days whether it's sort of worth it or not to pursue this idea or what you have to change about it if you are going to pursue it. Now, if you took my method and you run some ads and you see that something's working, like for example, I ran ads to 3 different products. One of them had all the indications that it was gonna take off. Then I canceled the other 2 products, fucking focused on that one product and scaled that shit to just under $1 million in revenue based off the data that I had, right? Now I did that all off of ads before I created content, but now knowing what I know, what I would have done is once I saw that that was working with ads, I would have gone and started a social media account specifically dedicated to that product and that concept, and all I would do is talk about that product, that concept, and all the things around that product and concept, so I could create a whole social media presence around that thing that I know is already selling with ads, and then I could start selling it with content too, and then I could combine the both of them so that I'd have like a superpower of traffic going to this one offer that I already know converts, and boom, I would have grown it that way. And instead of clocking out at just under $1 million, I probably would have been able to restructure everything and fucking scaled that shit to the moon. A bunch of other shit happened with that in terms of partners and stuff like that. But anyways, that's what I would have done. And that's essentially what I'm doing now with my content. Except this go around, I started with content and I was lucky enough to get enough results with content to push a shit ton of site visitors right off the bat, and then I ran the ads afterwards. So I mean, after, you know, just saying that out loud, it's like, okay, sure, if you have enough traffic from your content, then you can get the data. But most people don't and can't get the data from their content. And the easiest, fastest way to be able to figure out if your shit's good or not is to just run the fucking ads, man. and it's $100. $100